Oh god, it threw his oh, he's charging towards him. Oh my god, this is such a banger anime. I can't even begin to imagine where the show is going. Some 100 was an absolute breakout hit show of the current anime season, and personally one of my favorite shows in a while. It has one of the most exciting and hard-hitting first episodes I've ever seen for an anime. We'll get to what the hell happened to this anime in a bit, and it's kind of a crazy story with some really weird meta shit going on. But let's remember why it made such an impactful impression in the first place. First of all, I am a complete horror pussy. I don't consume anything of this genre, so even if you're like me and can't stand those types of shows and movies, Some 100 is not like that. It is simply an action comedy and a human drama first, with the zombie apocalypse acting as a backdrop to tell their story. Also, it's anime, so the zombies aren't particularly scary, it's just yucky. Some 100 is actually the first anime ever by new studio Bug Films, and what a first show to come out with. Every scene of the first episode is brimming with passion and care, from the animation to the voice acting to the story being told and the manner in which it is told. Akira Tendo is really excited to start his career at a large production firm, with the first day at the office going exactly as he had expected. Everyone is super nice, both at work and after hours, until work starts for real and Akira realizes that his company is one of Japan's notorious black companies. You know, the ones with exploitative sweatshop-like conditions. We swiftly move along with the story and see Akira hating his life at this company for the past couple of years. His boss is an asshole, the work isn't meaningful, his company crush is fucking the manager. As someone who has experienced being excited to finally start one's career only to be met with the reality of working at a shitty corporate environment, this story perfectly captures the feeling of endlessly working towards nothing. But then the zombie apocalypse breaks out and everyone is terrified, running for their lives. Except Akira. Akira's excited. No work tomorrow? Fuck yeah. The way Akira reacts to the end of the world is quite bizarre. I mean, he's playing fucking Left 4 Dead in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Homeboy has no chill. But in a weird way, I kinda get it. He'd rather run from zombies than feel like one for the rest of his life. He went from a zombie surrounded by people to a person surrounded by zombies. Despite the depressing nature of the prologue, the show that follows is actually really wacky and a ton of fun. I mean, one of the main characters is literally a German weeb who randomly goes, "Ja, danke schön." Honestly, in any other show, Beatrix as a character would be ridiculous. But here, she works. She passed the vibe check. Akira himself looks like your typical whiny, useless anime main character, but he's actually a former rugby player and an absolute giga chad. His bromance with his rugby bro Kensho is amazing, and the way that they spur each other on to go for their dreams is great. Nah, you know what, I think I'll pass. Shizuka gives off edgy, serious girl vibes, and she is like that. But she also creates funny moments of contrast where you really see how ridiculous the rest of the gang are being considering the circumstances. The show is honestly just a blast to watch every week, and I can't wait for the next episode to come out. Oh yeah, the disappearance. Some 100 has had some production issues almost from the very start of airing, and it reached an all-time high during the show's last 3 episodes, where the delays caused it to lose its TV slot, thus going on indefinite hiatus. Before they created shows entirely under Bug Films, the same team worked under Studio OLM, the company most known for producing the Pokemon anime. Bug Films creator Kojima Hiroaki left OLM on pretty bad terms, seemingly because of OLM's terrible work conditions, and even named the show's horrible black company ZLM, which is incredibly similar to their old employer, with a logo that is almost identical. This was obviously not in the manga. I can only commend Kojima for the levels of pettiness displayed here.
Beautiful.
They even changed the building to look exactly like the OLM studio. This anime is literally adapting a story about toxic work culture in media production companies, while being the end result of a story of toxic work culture in media production companies, and acting as a big fuck you to those companies. It almost feels like Kojima decided to adapt this particular manga as their first independent work just because he read the manga and went, "See this? This is me." There are so many cool details about the production of Some 100. Like how the show uses different aspect ratios for the screen depending on what's going on, which is really cool and not something I think I've seen anywhere else. The whole prologue is in 2.4:1, meaning it has the black letterbox bars above and below like a blockbuster feature film, while normal parts are the standard TV 16:9 ratio like most anime, and flashbacks are actually animated in an old school 4:3 ratio, like they're recorded for old square TV monitors, giving it this perfect vintage feeling. When Akira realizes that he doesn't have to work anymore, he literally breaks the letterboxing bars to symbolize the beginning of a new chapter of his life. I could go on and on praising the first episode in particular, but this is also where the series likely ran into some problems. The studio likely just couldn't keep up the overly ambitious production schedule throughout its run. For the first couple of episodes, it even aired without its full opening animation, instead featuring episode recap material for like half the opening sequence. Considering the company's origin story, the current state of Psalm 100 is quite ironic. I sincerely hope that the production delays are a result of them actually being able to work at a healthier pace, where they decided to prioritize both their ambitions and the well-being of their staff, rather than just another stressful environment filled with overwork and crunch hours. I mean, if that's the case, then what are we even doing here, Kojima? As of right now, no one knows when we will see the rest of the gang's adventures in Psalm 100, but I'm hoping that this doesn't deter Bug Films from staying true to their vision that they set out to achieve, creating truly amazing work under reasonable labor conditions. Not even many of the established studios can pull off what they did here. Well, apart from Studio Mappa, but their staff probably haven't seen their families or direct sunlight in years. They wrote on the official Psalm 100 Twitter page that they will provide updates about the remaining episodes when they know more. I really hope that they find a broadcast slot soon because, as I mentioned earlier, Psalm 100 is one of the most enjoyable anime I've watched in a while. Okay, thanks, bye.